So it might just be me that finds this confusing, but what I wish I understood a lot earlier when talking about hypothesis testing is that we don't get to select the null hypothesis. Like, we get to choose what we're testing for and what data we're collecting. But when we set up the test, H, or the null hypothesis, is dictated by the given test. So for example, let's say we have a die and we wanted to see whether this is a loaded die. The null hypothesis would be this is a normal die. And we then keep testing until we can reject the null hypothesis and prove, hey, it's not a normal die, it's a loaded die. Let's say I want to do the opposite. I want to test that the null hypothesis, that it is a loaded die. That test doesn't exist. Like, that's not how it works. You don't get to set the null hypothesis. And I was like, why is that? That would be so much easier if I could just be the dictator of what I'm testing for. And okay, so when is this a problem? Why are we even talking about this? Well, we're talking about this because if we're testing for, let's say, normal distribution, a lot of the tests we do today says your data is supposed to be normally distributed. And how do we then prove that our data is normally distributed? But that's really difficult, because the hypothesis testing for normality, then the H null, or the null hypothesis, is that the data is normally distributed. And we then say, well, we get data and we can prove that it's not normally distributed. Like, we can reject the null hypothesis, or we can fail to reject the null hypothesis and then assume it's normally distributed. But that's not the same. Like, on one hand, we are proving that it's not a normal distribution. Failing to reject that it's not normal is not saying that it is normal. And I hope you can see the very big difference between the two. Because if I were happy proving normal distribution by not being able to disprove it, that would mean I would just have to get a very small sample. That would give me a very high p-value. I would then not be able to reject the null hypothesis, and then I'd say, it's normally distributed. And sorry guys, that's not how it works. I don't know if this video was more confusing than helping, but it's something I needed to get off my chest. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want more content like this, or like the other content on which is more normal on my channel. But thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.